Let's go, Penny. Let's go trim some trees. Come on, buddy. Okay, first tree up is a cherry tree, and this one's about 3 years old. So I think we're going to take off this branch right here and just let this top grow. So look out, Penny. See if we can get this. Okay, so that's one down. Next up is a chestnut tree. I actually need to have 2 of these, and there's one over there. I don't know if you can see it over the wall. See if I can zoom in. That guy died, so I have to replant it. But this chestnut tree is growing really nicely, and I just want to take one branch off this one on the right. So I'm just going to take that off. Take care of that little tree. Okay, there you go. Okay, this next tree is Northern Spy. Northern Spy is an apple tree that's notoriously slow growing. It bears nice fruit. You can use it for cider, but it's a terrible grower. And it's one of the first trees I put in. I didn't know that at the time, so I'm not going to give up on it. The other thing I didn't know at the time is how to trim a tree. You could see here it looks more like a bush than a tree, and you're really supposed to have a central leader, and I've got like 3 leaders. If you look here, there's a leader on the left, there's a leader on the right, and then there's the center leader. So I think I'm going to do some radical pruning and take off the left and the right, and I'll be back after I'm done. Okay, I chickened out. Instead of taking off the left and the right, I just took off the left side. So the branch on this side is gone, and you can see the branch here is still there. This thing is very frustrating. The reason I kept the left, it looks like it has some fruit buds. If you look closely, any bud that looks like it's going to flower is a fruit bud. I don't know if you can see that. I'll zoom in a little. So there may be some fruit on these trees. Here's another Northern Spy, and this one I tried to straighten out a few years ago. I don't know if you can see it. Sort of has a central leader now. But if you look at the bottom, it's got all these suckers. If you look, they're all coming out the bottom. You can see them all in this area. And that's called an angry tree. When you do a lot of heavy pruning, a lot of these shoots come out. And it looks like an angry tree, like lots of sticks and lots of shoots coming out to sort of compensate for the loss of wood, I guess, when you trim it. So I'm going to take those suckers off. That way it's a lot cleaner. So I'll clip them off. They're likely to grow back. Not ideal. When you trim a tree, you stimulate the tree to grow more wood, sort of a survival mechanism. So I don't know if this is going to work. I may be trimming it just to have it grow back. But it looks so lousy, and I know it needs to be cleaned up. So remove the suckers. This is a pear tree. Let me see if I can get this for you. This is a pear tree who I trimmed pretty radically last year, and I think I'm going to leave it. A pear tree, unlike an apple tree, doesn't always have to have a central leader. So with pears, you can have sort of this, almost like an open hand, like the fingers. You see how the branches kind of spread out. So I'm going to leave that pear tree as is. This next tree is a Liberty tree. Liberty is a great tree. It's very disease resistant. It was Penny. Oh, leaving a mark. Liberty is a great tree. It's disease resistant. You don't have to do a whole lot to it to get nice fruit. In fact, I've already gotten some fruit off of this tree, and it's only, I think this will be its 3rd year. The issue is it doesn't make the best hard cider, and that's one of the things I'm really interested in. So again, you can see there's a V-notch. If you look here, there's a V-notch there. So I'm going to try to clean that up. Here's one last tree that we're going to trim today. This is another Liberty. There's sort of this weird branch coming off on the right. I'm going to take off that lower branch on the right. Take this shoot off too. It's an odd shape for a tree, but eventually it'll take shape and start growing with the center leader. Okay, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this.